The bench. I needed money fast and I found a cash hand job which would enable me to keep things going for 2 months. The job was strange and basically I had to go to some field in a very high up place. Then in the distance I found a bench, but I was to always be behind this bench. There was a yellow circle of where I should stand behind the bench. I stood there from 8 AM to 3 PM and then I went home. It was an odd job, but it gave me some income for the time being. Beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, as I stood inside the yellow circle behind the bench, the circle was drawn to be a specific measurement away from the bench. Exactly how like the sun is a specific measurement away from the earth. I decided to just step out of the circle where I was much closer to the bench, and people jogging on the field who were further down from the bench, they started screaming. Then I stepped back into the circle and the joggers wiped their eyes as if they were seeing things. I had no idea what had happened and why the joggers further down the field started screaming when I stepped out of the yellow circle. Then I stepped out of the yellow circle again and people started screaming. This time I was further away from the bench, and when I went back into the circle, passerbys further down the field started rubbing their eyes, as if they had seen something. Something was off and I couldn't tell what it was. My curiosity was getting the better of me and I needed to see why people were screaming when I stepped out of the yellow circle. I had to see, and when I stepped out of the circle, passerbys in the distance started screaming. The bench is placed pretty high up on the field, and when I checked to see what was on the bench, it was a headless body. When I stood on the yellow circle, it gave an illusion from far away that my head was on the headless body's head. The circle was drawn from behind the bench, and behind where the headless body was sitting. It was drawn in a specific measurement on the floor, to make it look like that my head was on the headless body's head from afar. When I stepped out of the circle, it broke the illusion. Then the headless body had been taken.